Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick, and welcome back to Scarlet Hollow, where Stella, Kanika, and myself have gone to the library in search of information on the Ditchlings, and possible things that could have happened in Scarlet Hollow in its past. That could be that ominous, thing that the Ditchlings are an omen to. So far, not much in regards to concrete evidence. There's an interesting story about a nuclear weapon. The nuclear material still being in this state, but not necessarily in this area, which makes it interesting but not necessarily related. And then there are the various stories that I had to read, the folk tales. But it's hard to tell if the folk tales are necessarily related either. Only one of them deals with mines, the Tommyknockers. And this town of Scarlet Hollow has a very prominent mine, of which has a very bloody history. But for now, let's move on. And again, I have not been given a chance to eat these scones. I'm guessing they were automatically eaten. Let's move on. What do you all think? There's an awful lot of mine-related stuff in my notes. Maybe that should be our next stop. We can poke around, find out if anyone's seen anything weird. Just to clarify, you're suggesting we go to question some of the miners, right? We're not poking around unprepared in the actual mines, right? Right? Yeah, totally, 100%. I would never. We don't have a good reason to go down there. Yet. Good, let's keep it that way. You know how I feel about mines. I promise, Neeks, we're just going to question some of the miners. And if that questioning gives us a good reason to poke around, say a cool abandoned coal mine, then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. You can cross that bridge when we come to it. I'm not going underground. I'm just messing with you. We'll stick to the surface. Okay, good. And hopefully we can find out what's wrong with Wayne while we're at it. Maybe Tabitha can help us out. Ha! No, I don't think she'd be super jazzed to see any of us snooping around the mines. I can't imagine what she'd do if we actually bothered her while she's trying to run the place. She does get a little grumpy when she's at work. She gets grumpier when at work. I'm pretty sure snark is that girl's baseline level of existence. Chatting over dinner might be a better way to get to know her. If you're okay eating boxed mac and cheese. She does love her mac and cheese. We can sneak around the mines, no problem. I'll make sure to keep my eyes peeled for her. She won't even know we were there like when you were keeping a watch out for Duke. Look at us, going out on a caper together. I missed this. I missed it too. I mean, sure, it's not under the best circumstances, but I've been so wrapped up in running the store, I didn't realize how much I missed being able to hang out with you. Though there is something missing. Rhys. I really miss that dude. I can't believe how long it's been since we've seen each other. Have you seen him lately? Nope, I've tried to plan stuff, but he's been too sick. I didn't realize it was getting so bad. That poor guy. You know, we could just pop over and surprise him. He seemed excited to meet Malice. Maybe we'll finally get him to leave his little cave. Hell yeah, let's do it. Alright, let's roll out. See ya, Oscar. We'll let you know if we run into Rosalina. Thanks, guys. I'll keep y'all posted. Reeses Home stands at the edge of the forest wall, an isolated buffer cushioning the rest of the town from an unending wilderness. Rhys, it's Stella. I brought some buddies, too. Shh. Shh, not so loud, he's still sleeping. Can I help you with something? The woman in the doorway stares directly into your eyes. You can practically feel her simmering irritation washing over you. Hi, Dr. Kelly. We were wondering if it would be okay if Rhys could come hang out. Nothing strenuous, we promise. I'm not going to wake him up. If he's sleeping, he probably needs it. Whatever you two have planned is probably beyond what he can manage right now anyways. Oh no, poor Rhys. It's just been so long since either of us have gotten the chance to hang out with him. I'm sure he and Malice would get along super well too. Yeah. Hi, I'm Malice, Vivian's kid. I know who you are. The way she avoids looking at you as she speaks makes you feel like you've done something wrong, even though you're pretty sure you've done nothing at all. Rhys's mom turns back to the house, sighing. Sorry, I know that was a little rude. You just want to hang out with Rhys, and he misses both of you too. She sighs again, as if deciding whether to finish her thought. He's usually feeling his best around mid-afternoon. Why don't you come over tomorrow? We can have some supper and y'all can hang out for a bit. I don't promise that he'll be perky, but I'm sure it'll brighten his spirits to see you two again. And I suppose you can come too, Malice. That would be great. I can bring his side dish. Maybe deviled eggs? Does he still eat those? No, eggs are a little much for him. They don't settle well. You can leave the cooking to me. I know what he can handle. Okay, I'll bring soda then. That's not... Okay, yes, fine. You can bring soda. Nothing with caffeine. Ginger ale, preferably. Oh, and leave the dog at home. Gretchen? She might cheer him up. You know how they have those therapy dogs in hospital. No dogs. Thanks so much, Dr. Kelly. We'll stop bothering you now. See you later. Dr. Kelly nods in acknowledgement and quickly shuts the door. The sound of several locks clicking into place can be heard from within. God, that woman makes me so nervous. I remember she used to be so nice and carefree when we were kids. She always had the best stickers when we had to get our shots. Maybe she's just stressed out about Rhys. Or maybe she's just nice to kids. Either way, I guess it's just the three of us. You gonna drive? Yeah, sorry, I don't like the thought of going up there without the van. Cool, I'll take my shortcut then. It shouldn't take long for me to get there. You're welcome to tag along, Malice. Don't worry, I won't be offended if you'd rather ride with Kanika. I'm sure you're probably sick of the woods. Either way works for me. Huh. Why not just drive up with Kanika? Aren't the mines a bit of a ways off? Don't worry about it, Malice. There's a lot of junk in the back of my van. It gets a little tight with more than 2 people. Huh. Do I want to walk with Stella or ride with Kanika? I haven't gone on any adventures with Kanika by herself, so let's go with Kanika. I'll ride with Kanika. See you at the mines. Kanika is a careful driver, but her old van still bumps around on the mountain roads. Thanks for indulging us on that little diversion. Rhys's mom is scary. I don't think either Stella or I have seen the guy outside of his house for years. I've seen him in person maybe 5 or 6 times in as many years. And that was always in his house, and with his mom right there the whole time. Huh. No one even knows what he's sick with. That sort of isolation can't be good for his health, no matter what his mom says. Stella's parents died in a car crash, didn't they? How'd you figure that one out? I mean, for starters, she tried to refuse a ride back to town after we made it out of the woods. It wasn't the sort of thing you don't notice. She told me her parents had died last night. It was pretty easy to put the rest together with how... uncomfortable asking her about cars made her and how quick you were to jump in and change the subject. Damn, that's pretty impressive. Not a lot gets past you, huh? She was in the car too, just some cuts and bruises, but she doesn't like cars and tries her best to stay away from them. I don't think she's ever going to actually leave this town. Well, for one, it would be very difficult because you'd have to get into a car. Trying to walk your way, I mean, it can be done, but... Is she doing all right? Yeah, I think so. I mean, there's still some real trauma there, but it's also been years. It's just not fair, though. Stella is such a sweetheart, and so were her folks. Breaks my heart. So what's actually going on with Rhys? Good question. I wish I knew. His mom's been saying he's sick for years, and it's not like she's wrong about it. He's been a wreck the few times I've seen him. I just find it a little weird that his mom hasn't brought in any outside doctors. At least not any I'm aware of. Perhaps the issue that's plaguing Rhys is the same issue that's plaguing... what was that other guy's name? Danny? I mean, she's a doctor, but if your kid's been housebound for this many years, you'd think it was something you'd put a lot more effort into fixing. I don't know, I'm probably just projecting or something. That's rough. Yep. I swung by the general store this morning and I'm pretty sure I met your brother. What's his deal? Miles. He didn't do anything weird, did he? He tried to make me steal some chips. As you can see, I'm not trying to earn any points from Miles. Of course he did, and I'm sure he told you all about how we get most of our money from bulk orders, so it doesn't really matter if you just take something. It's fine. Thanks for letting me know. I just wish you'd grow up. It feels like I can't trust him to do anything without leaving a mess for me to clean up. Don't get me wrong, he's family and I love the guy, but he sure doesn't make it easy. Have you ever thought about living somewhere else? Yeah, this wasn't the plan and it still isn't. I was actually a couple years into vet school, top of my class might I add, when my dad died. My mom wasn't up for running the store and you've met Miles. I only wanted to take a semester off, help them get back on their feet, but it's been a year and change now. It's not just about my family too, the general store, that's the general store. If it winds up going under, it's hard to imagine the whole town collapse. It's hard not to imagine the whole town collapsing with it. Maybe I'll get to go back next semester. And that's an interesting sort of pressure. There's a similar plotline in Persona 4 with the character of, I think it was, her name was Yukiko? It's been a while. But her plotline involved the inheritance of the family inn, and their family inn was like the shining star of their little town. But their inn wasn't necessarily supporting the town. Huh. A lot of these dead parents clubs. I'd say welcome to the Dead Dads Club, but I don't actually know if my dad is dead. You're funny. Vet school, just like Stella's mom. You know, I never really thought of that way. But yeah, I guess you're right. Do you really think you're going to go back and finish school? I want to think I am, if that makes sense. Don't get me wrong, I know the statistics and I've read the horror stories. Someone gets a sick family member and takes a semester off to help out. Next thing you know, 10 years have gone by and they're stuck in the same place. I don't want that to be me, but it keeps me up at night. Do you have any other theories on what's going on, aside from what we talked about at the library? I don't know. I don't think there's enough information yet to support any strong conclusions. And I would agree completely. There's a lot of context. We have a lot of context, but nothing that, like, it builds a foundation, but nothing on top of that foundation. Though I've been wondering if what you two saw was maybe some sort of mutated animal, like a strain of hairless monkeys or raccoons or something. Do you know about Morgan Island? It's off the coast of South Carolina, and there's a whole population of rhesus monkeys infected with herpes. Like 4,000 of them. Maybe the ditchlings are some kind of alopecia research monkeys. Which sounds ridiculous now that I've said it out loud. Forget I said anything. What if they're aliens? Ha! That's hilarious. Absolutely not. Are aliens real? Totally. I'm sure there's life somewhere out there. Do they look like weird little hairless blob monkeys? Definitely not. Our whole hairless bipedal situation is one of the rarest body plans. Humans and other apes are super unique. Whatever multicellular life is out there, it's probably just crabs. That is an That is an interesting argument against the humanoid alien. And the likelihood that they make it to space, let alone to another inhabited planet, dang, here I go getting worked up about aliens. Ha, sorry, I just have a lot of opinions on them. You and Kanika sit in comfortable silence for the last few minutes of the ride. You and Kanika arrive at the mines before Stella. We've been driving for quite a while, so that makes sense. Stella's probably going to need another couple of Hey y'all, how was the ride? That is a very adorable image of Gretchen. Oof, I'm gonna put Gretchen down for a sec. Did you run here? Yep, felt like getting a run in. I didn't want to keep y'all waiting. You didn't run into any of those creatures, did you? Nope. That makes sense. They're probably nocturnal. I don't know if I should feel relieved or disappointed. But we're all here. What's the plan? I guess we just go talk to people. I guess so. I should probably be on lookout duty. I'm a bit of a persona non grata in the mines. What on earth does that mean? Tabitha? Yeah. Let's look up what the hell persona non grata. Does this basically mean not allowed? Persona non grata. An unacceptable or welcome person. Okay. I might have tried sneaking in to talk to her a time or two too many. And Gretchen makes it extra hard to be sneaky. We're probably less likely to get caught if only one of us is snooping around down there. Hold on. If Stella's on lookout duty and only one of us is going in, what's the third person doing? You know those cheesy rom-coms where someone wears an earpiece on their first date? Whoa, do you have some kind of surveillance rig in the back of your van that I didn't know about? What? No. I have a pair of earbuds with a really good mic. We can just do a group call. I take it I'm the one of us you're talking about. Tabitha and I aren't exactly friends, and pretty much all the miners shop at the general store. I don't want to make folks uncomfortable, you know? It's probably for the best, Malice. Alright, cool. I do love a good sneak. I love to do a good sneak. You're gonna do great. Here's those earbuds I mentioned earlier. Kanika hands you a pair of earbuds. We can feed you questions if you get stuck, and Stella can give you a heads up if Tabitha's heading your way. Dang, I've missed doing this sort of thing with you. You're so thorough. Aw, thanks. I've missed this too. I guess we should part ways and start the call, yeah? Stella and Kanika break off, leaving you alone at the entrance to the mines. Your phone buzzes. Hey, can you hear us? Try saying something. Something. Stella and Kanika chuckle on the other end of the line. Alright, cool. Nothing to do now but enter the worksite. You pass through the unlocked fence and enter the property of the Scarlet Hollow mine. I'm in. Alright, Morpheus, good to know. Huh. Or should we go... Let's talk to this nearest group of miners. You approach the nearest group of miners, a blonde woman, a broad-shouldered man, and a long-haired older man. Their uniforms identify them as Harrison, Davis, and Zax. You got a reason to be bothering us? Seen anything weird lately? The miners look you up and down. Weird how? People getting sick like more than usual? Nope, nothing like that. I feel fit as an ox. We have good working conditions in the mine and the health is wholly looked after. Have you run into any weird animals? Nope. You been talking to that townie? The one the boss gave a lifetime ban to? Wait, are they talking about me? Yeah, she's like a Bigfoot YouTuber or something. Her videos are actually pretty good. Yep, that's me alright, and aw, that's so sweet. But you know, now that I think about it, it's pretty weird. I haven't been seeing many animals at all lately. I used to be I'd see all sorts of critters. Now it's mostly birds. This is your first year up here, ain't it? Just not used to seeing the seasons changing. All the animals are hibernating, that's all. I don't know, she's got a point. I've been up here 5 years now, and it's never been like this before. Heh, maybe it's that global warming then. I think they're calling it climate change now. Have you heard any weird noises coming from the woods? Not a peep. We're underground most of the day, though. You know, I heard something unusual the other night. Thought it might have been an owl or something, but it didn't sound right. It was an owl. You're just not used to the local wildlife yet. Have you heard any knocking in the mines? Can't barely hear nothing when the machines are going down there. He's right, it's loud as shit. It does sound like knocking, though, the way the machine pounds through the rock. Not sure if that's what you were thinking. You're not asking about Tommy knockers, are you? Tommy what nows? Tommy knockers. They're like an old Welsh myth. Little guys that live in mines and knock on walls before they collapse. Ha! Nothing like that around here. I've got a couple other questions. Ask them about Wayne. Do you know anything about a guy named Wayne? Yeah, we knew him. He was such a cut-up. Missed that dude. Why are you talking about him in the past tense? I met him last night. Good question. Wait, what? No way. Isn't that the guy y'all said was, Well, I guess he ain't. And he hasn't even skipped town, huh? A pretty unexpected turn of events, if you ask me. What a relief. I thought something awful had happened to that poor guy. What did you think happened to him? What are you, some sort of cop? Keep it on the down low, but I'm working for a competitor. A unionized competitor. We're thinking of buying Miss Scarlet out of the mines. Part of my work here is due diligence. Really? I'd kill for a few more days off a year. Yeah, I hear those union boys get paid sick leave. I wouldn't mind some of that. I don't buy it. They're already looking for people to lay off, and I don't intend to be one of them. I love it here. They're laying people off? That's the first I've heard of it. I guess once you lose your job here, you're probably not going to stick around for very long. Tabitha is an excellent boss, very professional, and runs a tight ship. That's the honest truth. Don't you go minding what happened to folks who've left their post. Alright. Actually, that's all, thanks. Bye. You walk away from the miners. Maybe it was just me, but they seem to think Wayne was dead, right? It wasn't just you. You head over to the next group of miners. A flash of movement in your periphery stops you in your tracks. There is something lurking in the shadows to your right, and against your better judgment, you turn to face it. You shouldn't be up here. It's dangerous. Ghost! Your buddies seem to think you're dead. Stay home. Wait for the week to end. Don't keep putting yourself in the path of danger. This is all I ask. Before you can say another word, the figure is gone. Hey, Malice, are you still there? We've just been getting static from you. Huh. Okay, this is problematic. So far, only 2 people have seen Wayne. One is me. The other is, Sybil. Sybil might be special. Wayne might actually be dead. Wayne got the jump on me. Whoa, I thought I saw you talking to somebody down there. Are you okay? He told me to stay at the estate for the rest of the week, that I'd be safe there. Why would he tell me that? What the hell is that supposed to mean? He must have been threatening you, right? The plot thickens. I need to talk to Tabitha about this. The other miners think this guy's dead, even though he's still lurking around the camp. Totally get that. If you're sure, tipping her off might make it hard to talk to anyone else. No, you're right. I'm going to talk to more miners first. Hey there, can we help you with something? Have you fellas seen anything out of the ordinary lately? Like what? Have you seen any weird animals? Don't tend to go on many hikes. Not exactly the nature-seeing type. After a full day of work, all I see is my bed. Maybe a few beers in between. Any odd noises in the woods? I heard something a few nights ago, like nothing I've ever heard. Some unearthly beast. I'm telling you, Isaacs, you need to take a sick day. You need rest, man. I've already taken a sick day this year. Can't afford to take any more if I want to have Christmas off. Tabitha. It can't be that bad here, right? Have people been getting sick? You a health inspector or something? The boss looks out for our health. Have you heard any knocking in the mines? Knocking? Not that I've heard. Can't hear shit down there with the machines and men working. My dad used to work these mines before they brought in the continuous miner. The big machine, that is. He told me stories about something that sounded like someone was pounding on the walls. No offense, Isaac, but your daddy had a few screws loose. Rodriguez, he was a fine man. That's all on that front, thanks. Anything else? Do any of you know a man named Wayne? Wayne? Do you mean Sam Wayne? What are you asking about him for? Wait, have you seen him? I saw him just now. He muttered some creepy stuff to me and disappeared. I knew it. He probably just got back to camp after whatever he went off to do. Hold on a tick. Creepy isn't exactly his MO. You know that, Isaacs. How do you know it was Sam Wayne? I don't recall seeing your face around here before. That's what the folks at the general store have been calling him. Kanika and Sybil. Huh, good people. But I don't expect they know every mining fella in town by sight if you catch my drift. Smith, you're losing me. I'm just saying it'd be awfully strange for Wayne to still be in town wandering around following some stranger and not checking in with any of his buddies. Sounds to me like somebody who got sick of work and is having a little fun playing hooky. The following, though, okay, yeah, that does sound a little unlike him. I thought his lady friend had him under lock and key. Just smells fishy to me. Until I see him face to face, I'm not convinced whoever's calling himself Sam Wayne ain't the very reason we haven't seen hide nor hair of the man. No, there's no way he can't be. I'm not ruling it out. If you want my theory, that girlfriend of his, he wasn't the first to catch her eye. Any one of her jilted ex-lovers could have seen them sneaking around and gotten a little hot under the collar, if you catch my meaning. Dang, who are they talking about? The miners are silent for a moment, glancing between each other nervously as they imagine the possibility. I told him not to get involved with her. I told him. Who is Wayne seeing? Whoa now, if you don't know, there's no way I'm poking that wasp's nest. Forget we said anything. Yeah, I don't want to be the next on the chopping block. Press them? Come on, don't dangle something like that. Look, I just don't want to cause any trouble. Enough people are losing their jobs as is. I've got mouths to feed. Losing their jobs and in Sam Wayne's case, disappearing. We've already said too much. Come on, boys. Is the girl Tabitha? As the miners turn and leave, you can't help but get the feeling that Isaacs has more to say. As the miners pack their things, you scribble your phone number on a scrap of paper. Hey, thanks for the help. It was great to meet you all. You reach towards Isaac and shake his hand, passing your note to his palm. Don't mention it. Should we check in? Just as a heads up, the only group I see out there is pretty close to the main office. It might still be worth talking to them, but I don't know if I can give you all that much of a heads up if Tabitha comes out. I think I'm going to talk to Tabitha specifically, but for now, let's end it for the night. Got any suggestions for someone to play next? Leave it down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe and have yourselves a good night.